All right, we are at Met Dhabi, and I have bumped into Josh from the Microcap Gem Show.
That's it. I'm good. Host, founder of MCG with Dom. We're here, just seeing what's up at Met Dhabi, covering the show. Yeah, man. Let's hit some questions.
All right, great. So can you tell us what is MCG for people who don't know about it?
Yeah, so we started as a show covering private companies and companies that were starting to tokenize, and it was kind of really innovated by Believe at first, and then other launch pads like SOAR, MetaDAO, and others have kind of come up as different launch models. And really it was like we were tired of trading memes. We wanted to see more critical analysis of projects out there, and then we wanted to stream that for everyone online so people could have an idea of how to look at a company. What are their revenues? What contracts do they have? What technologies are they releasing? And also to give founders a platform to talk about what we call alpha or information on stream to their core believers. Because if they tweet it out, there's a lot of quick click traders or bots that trade off that information faster than their true believers. So we love that founders can come on, talk directly to their core audience and their fans and their supporters. And yeah, we just think it's a great format.
I saw a couple of episodes, including one with Vibu and many other people like traders and all that. Since you are also a content creator, how hard it is to gain like community or viewers when you make content about crypto or tokens in general?
Great question. A lot of work. We've had over 200 interviews on MCG since April, and we really got noted because we called the bottom in April. And so when you make good calls and you provide good information to people, you get a following pretty quick. We also broke Avicii and covering the whole MetaDAO eco really early on in the early ICOs for those projects. And again, like when projects like Avicii come on, people get to kind of go beyond the marketing, go beyond the ICO listing on MetaDAO and understand from the founder like what they're all about, what they care about, what's their point of view on the world, how they built their project, what their team is like, all the business metrics that they haven't even posted about yet, how many users they have, revenues, all that kind of stuff. And so that's, we just think our show is a really good format for it. And we specifically focus on this ICM segment because we think this is the most exciting thing to come out of crypto in the last 12 months. I absolutely love it, guys.
Speaking of ICM, three letters that are extremely important in the Solana ecosystem right now. How do you see the importance of what ICM represents in the following years?
So ICM takes different forms. So when we had Vibu on in, I believe that was in May, Solana's point of view on ICM is that you're taking traditional capital markets and then using the power of Solana, the speed, the composability, the tokenization, and basically bring those financial contracts on chain and doing kind of existing finance on chain. What got us really excited was more like projects like Dupe that came through Believe, and Dupe accidentally launched. Bobby was playing around with the token launcher on Believe. All of a sudden there's a Dupe token, and now you have this $100 million GMV, compared to Amazon that all of a sudden has a trading token asset. And Dupe's done a really good job of integrating that into their user acquisition flywheel. And that got us really excited because it was like, okay, this is the first time that average people can get access to really quality startups at a very early stage at their infancy, which has only been VC has only had access to those deals, right? And by the time it goes public, it's like, it's already, at $1 trillion market cap or something like that. So
you already had many guests in your show. Do you have any dream guests?
That is a great question. Right now, Profit has actually hinted at the next MetaDAO launch. So we'd like to have that project, whatever it is, on MCG. But I'll give you our secret sauce. I don't necessarily have like a dream guest. I think our secret sauce has been covering the stuff that no one else is covering the really interesting AI startups that are pretty small coming through. That's what people want to hear from. They want to find, what these little projects are doing, because those can grow into very large projects and provide people potentially with a lot of upside. And so that's kind of where we've really carved out our niche. Our niche is not having, the Tollies, even though it'd be great to have Tolly on, or the large guests like Ben Pasternak, I believe, back in the day. Our niche is really focusing on the smaller projects, the projects no one else is covering. So it's kind of like a non-answer, but I think it kind of sums up how we've run our show.
Speaking of like a small and up-and-coming projects, do you have like a favorite one? Of course, and it's not a financial advice, but like a founder or maybe a personality, someone that really made you realize that, okay, I really like that. I really like the idea and the project behind this.
I'm going to shout out Bobby at Dupe. I think he's done a lot to learn about crypto and really embrace it and almost kind of become a little bit of a degen through that. He has a bunch of other ICM tokens added to his treasury, which I thought it was really cool. Shout out to the team. Shout out Dupe right here on the shirt. I love our sponsors, like Orgo, for instance. Spencer Kenny is a really great young founder and super talented, super smart. And he just is building something that can transform kind of the entire economy. And so I really like founders like that have this intellectual, just ability to execute really exciting things. And to me, that's really fascinating. And then I got to go over to Viva. The Viva guys, I really like the Viva guys because Nathan, the CEO of Viva, he understands crypto, consumer crypto, and how you bring that product to a consumer telco market. And they have a huge playbook, 13 million people in the country of Bolivia, and they're the only crypto on-ramp in that country. They have 70,000 points of sale. And yes, they're a sponsor of MCG, but I just think they're a team who understands how to bring digital asset product to the masses. And I think that's really inspiring.
And how do you see MCG evolving for the upcoming years?
Yeah, so 2026 is going to be a huge year for us. We want to be kind of the TBPN, if you will, for the ICM or ownership token ecosystem. We want to continue to grow. We're going to continue adding talent. I think the number one thing that we're going to do is upgrade our video and audio quality. We're not video engineers here. Stream quality, we want to make sure it's on point. But yeah, we're just going to keep doing what we do, bring you guys alpha, and hopefully we find the next Avicii, the next Umbra, the next Dupe, the next big runners on MCG Live. So that's the goal, is just really lock in on these high potential ownership token startups.
DeFi Degen or DeFi Builder?
I got to shout out our DeFi Degens. They're the ones that make all this possible, is trading liquidity and on-chain trading volume drives fees, drives the LP army, drives the ecosystem forward. And our role here at MCG is to make sure you guys find those opportunities and really give the platform to founders. And then Meteor's job is to build the technical infrastructure for you guys to go out and capital efficiently deploy your capital and trade opportunities. And guys, this is the future of finance, no doubt. Solana is the best on-chain trading experience. Meteor is the best infrastructure. Meteor has the best launchpad experiences. Go check out SOAR, go check out MetaDAO, go check out Street Foundation, go check out Star.Fun. They're all incredible products. And I think this year we're going to have the year of on-chain, ownership tokens that are just going to take Solana to the next level.